Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm doing some night training with the Lynx 12. I've got it set up. Let me put a light on here so you guys can see it. I've got a pistol light on a 3-slot Picatinny rail, and I've got the sling attached on the other side. I've done a prior video on how I have attached that to the standard foregrip that comes with it. Works really good. I found that this is a lot better than using the sling mount that comes with it, because when I hook it to the bottom, it kind of rotates the gun, whereas this, it keeps it better in position. And I put this one over here, I put it to the outside, again, stabilizes the gun. So I've got the Holosun 503CU on it, okay, and again, what I'm doing is I'm busting some clay discs. There's a major training value to this, because it gets you to think about a lot of things, okay? What you got to do is find your target, get your reticle on the target, shoot the target, decide, did you do a good enough job, and then shoot again if you need to, okay? Now, to make this even more complicated, the area that I'm shooting at, and put the light on so you guys can see, I'm basically shooting between these two trees over here, right? I want to be shooting between those two trees. I don't want to shoot those trees over there because I like the trees. I don't want to strip the bark off of them. So what I'm doing is I'm sending out my clay discs. I'm trying to aim it between those two trees, but there's a little wind out. What I want to do is, if I need to observe the target and decide, is it in the position that I want it in order to shoot it, okay? And if it's not in that position, I'm going to keep tracking it until maybe it gets to that position, and then shoot it, okay? So this has a real self-defense type of value, because in a real self-defense type of situation, just because, let's say, somebody's shooting at you, right, doesn't mean that you necessarily should be shooting back because of what's behind the threat, okay? Think of it, if your child is behind that threat that's shooting at you, are you going to shoot back? Absolutely not. So it's teaching you situational awareness. You're in this case, we're looking for the target because, to shoot it, but we're also looking at what's behind it, and deciding if we're going to shoot. If it's not in the position that we want it, we're going to keep tracking it. Maybe it will get to a position that we like, and then we could shoot it. And then if we do shoot it, if we're able to observe and see, did we actually hit it? Did we destroy it? If not, shoot again. So this is forcing you to do a lot of thinking that you normally can't do if you're just shooting at a stationary target. With all the type of training that we do, right? Everything is compromised. Okay, all modern day gun training is compromised because we can't have a situation where you're shooting at real people and they're shooting back at you, so that you can get real life experience. Okay, that obviously wouldn't make sense. That's dangerous. We're not going to do that. Okay. So we have to basically we have to set up a lot of different training scenarios, so that in total, they kind of bridge the gap of what each one is missing. So, for example, with AR-15, we're shooting at steel targets, stationary steel targets. Okay, so we got real guns, we got fake targets. Okay, with airsoft training or paintballing or laser tag. Okay, now we got fake guns. But we got real people and they're shooting back at us. So there's a value to be gained from that. Okay. So where one type of training falls short, a different type of training kind of can make up for it. Okay. A lot of times I train with 9mm ARs. Part of the reason for that is because with the 9mm ARs, I can shoot steel targets a lot closer than I can shoot them with 5.56, where I'd be concerned about a piece of the target, basically coming back and hitting me. Okay, so shooting with 9mm ARs, I can shoot steel a lot closer. So again, that's covering one of the shortcomings of my AR-15 training. So this training that I'm doing over here with the Lynx 12, that's allowing me to do a lot of thinking on my feet, a lot of find the target, assess it, decide if it's in a good position to shoot it, decide to shoot or not shoot it. And with this case, I'm also dealing with the light because I'm doing night shooting. So I'm starting off with the gun in the safe position, get the reticle on target, take the safety off, get the light, well, actually get the reticle on top in the direction that I think it's in, put the light on to find it, then take your safety off, immediately before you want to shoot. And then what you got to do is take your light back off, put your safety back on. So a lot of stuff going on there. You'll be surprised how quick and easy it is to forget to do things, okay? Especially when something goes wrong. Like if you get a gun jam, the first thing I usually find is that people forget to turn the light off, okay? So they get a gun jam, right? And what they'll do is they're trying to figure out what's wrong with the gun, how to unjam the gun, but they got their light on while they're doing this, which, of course, in a real-life shooting situation, all the bullets are going to that light, okay? So let me show you guys the clay thrower I'm using. It's a foot-operated clay thrower, right? So I'm going to be operating that myself. So, of course, that adds now to all the stuff that I got to process in my head. I also got to process operating this clay thrower on top of everything else that I'm trying to do here. But the other possibility here is besides the clay not going in the position that I want it to go in so I can shoot it, a lot of times when it's this cold, it's like 10 degrees, what will happen is the clay will come out and it'll just break up, okay? So I'm not going to get a good target to start off with. So again, that's, a situation where you're expecting to get a target or you're expecting to shoot, but you don't shoot because you don't get what you're expecting, okay? So all this makes for very good training. That one broke up, went up to the side, no good. Now that time what I did is, the light I have right now is the Streamlight TLR1. This is a pistol light. I find it works really good on this gun because I can activate it with my finger without having to run pressure pads. However, because of this butterfly switch, it is really easy to accidentally, hit, right? Which is what just happened. I accidentally just hit it, and basically I had what we call a negligent light discharge, okay? In a real life shooting situation, that could give away my position. Another one broke up. Now that one went on the tree. Actually passed right by the tree. Didn't want to shoot that one. Go over a little bit. Okay. I'm pretty sure I hit that because after I took my shot and I turned my light off, I did not see the target, okay? Because normally with the clay disc, I would still be seeing it. Now, this is an important thing. After you take your shot, basically, especially with the shotgun, right? I take my shot, lights on the target. All I see is smoke, right? The shotgun puts out a lot of smoke that reflects back on the light. The best way to then see is to turn the light off, okay? So aside from turning the light off so you don't give away your position, you turn the light off so that you stop getting that reflection of the light back, and you can see through the smoke and see if the target's still there or not there. And that one I missed. The reason I know that I missed is because after I turned my light off, I could still see the orange target. Yeah. Broke up. Broke up. Yeah, doing this time of year is hard. You know, with the thrower being frozen and the clay's also really cold. It's not an easy thing. But it adds to the training because you know, in a real life situation, you're probably going to not be shooting more than you're shooting, right? So you're going to, in most cases, you're going to be deciding that, hey, not a good situation to be shooting. You know, things aren't right. I shouldn't be shooting. So in that sense, it makes this really realistic. Okay, got a hit there. So that time it came out of the thrower. It actually it did break into two pieces as it came out, but one of the pieces was still good. I saw a nice big piece. I put on, you know, took my safety off, took my shot, and then I took my light off, and I saw it wasn't there, so the target was destroyed. One of the things I realized that time, I forgot to put my safety on. So again, a lot of things going on that you're trying to process at once. So that time I just looked down and saw, you know, I went to check my safety. You always gotta be constantly checking your safety. So I forgot to put my safety on before. I guess I'm thinking I got really excited about the hit I got. So again, you gotta practice this so that you can figure out all these bugs. After you get your hit, remember to take your put your safety back on. That came out good, but it went straight into the tree. Pretty sure I got that. I didn't see it after I took my shot. Okay, so that time it split into two as it came out of the thrower. One went left, one went right. They were both good. They were both shootable. You got to decide what you're going to do. I decided to shoot the one on the right. You know, and that time, I remember to put my safety back on. Okay, so again, these are all things you got to be processing in your mind. You know, and this is on top of, you know, is the thrower working correctly? Are they coming out of the thrower? Because, again, because of the cold, the thrower is not working as good as it, let's say, would be working in better weather conditions. Let's see how much ammo I got here. So I got at least 2 more in here. 3 in the mag, 1 in the chamber. So I got 4 shots. So that time I saw it. I thought I had my reticle on it. I guess I lost my balance a little bit because remember I got basically 1 foot in the air with this thrower over here, right? There's a foot operated thrower. I mean, it doesn't stay in the air; it pushes down, but I'm not in the most stable position. So I took my shot. I missed. I took my light off. I could see it still going, right? I put my light back on so I could take another shot at it, and then at that point it disappeared behind the tree, and then I took my light off. Okay, so you know, this is not about shooting really fast. This is about trying to think about a lot of things going on. So when you do this, you want to do it the way. I mean, there's other ways to do this as well. They all got different, you know, offer different training values. What I'm doing is I'm analyzing every shot that I take. what I did, what could I do better, what I did wrong. So everything is, yeah, I'm analyzing myself after each shot so I can improve. Okay, I got 2 shots on that. First one missed, second one hit. Okay, I did not bother to turn the light off because I could actually still see it. The reason why I could still see it is because it had not gone that far out. When I took my first shot, it was still fairly close, so I could still see it through the smoke. So that's another interesting thing. When it's closer, despite the smoke, you can still see through it. When it got further out, other times when it was further out, I could not see it through the smoke. One of the things that I really have, as I'm setting myself up, yeah, I'm gonna actually point this thing down a little bit so you guys can see what's going on with my feet. So this really adds to the training value because I'm starting off like this, with 1 foot in the air, like this, and pushing down, and then trying to do everything else after that. Time I got hit. Bring you guys back up a little bit so you're not just looking at my feet. Lost track. Let's see how many we got in here. Oh, none in the mag. Let's see anything in the chamber. 1 in the chamber. Let's see if we can make this one count. Nice hit. Good way to end. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. But this is the type of training that I do. And especially doing this at night, it has a, it has a real training value because you're dealing with a lot of things, working with the clay thrower, trying to keep your balance while you're operating that, trying to work the light switch, trying to work the safety switch on an AK, which is, it's not quite as easy as the AR-15, right, where you just operate with your thumb. This I actually have to put this on. So with this, basically, my trigger finger or my middle finger has to move it, right? So that's basically the same finger that would be working the trigger. So yeah, I mean, it's not that much harder, but there's a little bit more effort involved with using the same finger, or the same 2 fingers rather, to on the same side to work both the trigger and also work the safety lever, and then working the light switch like that. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's not fast shooting. It's not like bam, 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 move to the next target, bang, bam, or trying to come out of the holster and shoot really fast, or coming up trying to shoot really fast. This is about, being able to think on your feet and make decisions while you're shooting. Okay, so drop some comments below. Let me know how you like it. If you're not a member of the channel, subscribe. Hit the bell button so you get notification of new videos I put up. Talk to you all soon. Hey everyone, I just realized after watching that video that a lot of the shots that I thought were misses were actually hits. It's just that I couldn't see them clearly through the smoke that I was looking through. Okay, when you have your light on at night, that smoke, really, I mean, you could see the smoke. You get a reflection back. So yeah, so if it looks like a hit to you, it was a hit. Okay. The other thing is I realized in the video that you really couldn't see my light and sling setup on this Lynx 12. So basically I attached a 3-slot Picatinny rail to each side directly onto the handguard. So I used the screws that actually come with the 3-slot Picatinny rail, right? And what I did is I drilled the hole through the handguard, and I used the screws that come with it to attach it. So basically, it's got both. It's got a bolt on the backside. It's not just screwed into it. Now, if you, I did a video on this. If you look through my channel and you look up Lynx 12, Lynx 12 with Lynx 12 with lights, or Lynx 12 installing rail, you'll see the video. Okay, I also have a playlist for the Lynx 12. You'll see how I did it. Once you put it in, you also have to because you don't want the bolt on the inside hitting the barrel or the gas tube, so you got to dig into the plastic a little bit so it doesn't make contact with your barrel. All right, so yeah, so I did a video on this on how I installed it, and you can see how the light is set up over there, and how let me get my other hand over here. You can see how basically I activate it with my try to get the light over here. See, do I have better light on this side? There you go. I basically work it with my finger here, which I can't reach right now because of the way I'm holding this. There we go. There you go. So I work it with my light like that, my finger like that rather. I work the light with my finger like that. I have found that this works really good. These pistol lights, this is the TLR1HL, very versatile. I'll put this like on an AR that has like a flat top or a rail on top. I'll basically just mount it to the top, and the reticle basically just sees over it, so it appears like a front sight post. But I'll put it like on the side over here of this Lynx 12. So it's very versatile. It's just easy on, easy off without having to run pressure pads and wires. And I can work that left side or right side. Because the only bad thing about the butterfly switch is that it's really easy to accidentally hit it and discharge the light when you don't want the light on. So that's the only bad thing about using the pistol light as a rifle light. But other than that, it's 1,000 looms. The spread is a little bit wider, which works better, especially for the clay disc shooting, because you don't know where that clay disc is exactly going to go. So you get a wider spread. It's not, it doesn't throw it quite as far as a rifle light. The rifle light tends to, it's the same amount of light, but the Streamlight rifle light tends to concentrate it a little bit better. But when I compare the two side by side, there's really like a minor difference. Just one favors it, one is a little bit wider, the other one throws it a little bit deeper, a little bit more concentrated. Okay, but there it is. That's how I've got my light and my sling set up. Let me turn around so you can see it better. Try to get to the light here. That's how that's set up. Works good for me. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you all soon.